Good morning. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Kind of a crazy weekend in my house. It was fall, and then it was summer. It was one of those weekends, wasn't it? It seemed like Saturday, it was chilly and rainy, and I just, had to go get a nice big warm cup of coffee, and then the weather was just kind of not so good, so I ran a whole bunch of errands, and everybody else had the same idea. They were all getting coffee and running errands too. The stores were jammed. And then Sunday started out, I thought it was a little cool in the morning, and then it turned out to be just an absolutely gorgeous day. So I pulled a turkey out of the freezer, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing and kind of be like fall. And then by about 4 o'clock, when we were just like, running around in shorts, and it was absolutely beautiful, I thought, scratch that idea. I'm going to go to my garden, pick a bunch of basil, make some homemade pesto, grill some shrimp, and, why not keep the summer thing going, right? And I've got some sickies in my house right now. What's with this summer cold, this late summer cold that's going around? It's kind of traveled on through. Riley had it first, and Ireland had it really bad over Labor Day weekend. And now, I think the worst yet, Bob has it. I love you, honey, but man, when he's sick, it's just not good. It's not good. I can't even sleep in the same room. And he's okay with that. He's like, yeah, I don't blame you. So I've been snuggling up, trying to sleep in Ireland's room, but it's just weird. Anyway, hopefully he's on the mend and getting better. Until then, he's going with the feed a cold thing, so he's eating me out of house and home. I'm like, you're eating again? Lasagna for breakfast? But whatever it takes to make him feel better and get him better quick, I'm all good with that. So anyway, speaking of feeling better, today's show is all about making things just a little bit better. We just have a bunch of really fun ideas for you, from how to take an inexpensive bottle of wine. You don't have to spend a fortune on wine, and just a few little things that you can do just to make it taste so much better. And we're going to start the show with something that Bob, when I met him in college, I remember cooking dinner for him one night, and he's like, I don't do zucchini. He didn't do peas or zucchini. Otherwise, he's a big vegetable guy. He loves, broccoli and cauliflower and you name it, but no zucchini. And then I thought, well, you got to try my zucchini. And here's the deal. I think we all grew up with that really mushy zucchini. And, mushy vegetables, not so great. Well, then I just started sauteing a little bit of zucchini with butter or olive oil, a little bit of garlic, maybe a little fresh lemon juice on top, Parmesan cheese. Talk about yummy. It's now one of our favorite vegetables. Even Ireland likes it. I was going to say Riley, but that wouldn't be true. He doesn't do many vegetables at all. But I've gotten Bob to like zucchini, and we especially love this zucchini casserole that I make. And it's great this time of year because I even have neighbors coming by, people dropping stuff off at the station every once in a while. It's the time of year where there is a lot of zucchini around. So let's use it, make something different than zucchini bread, and make this zucchini casserole. It's wonderful. I got a quick check on my casserole that I have in the oven. It's gorgeous. I'm going to turn it off because it looks perfect. I'll just let it hang out there. Okay, so we're going to start with a 9x13 pan. Now this dish actually drizzle a little olive oil down there. It makes a great side dish. I'll pick up a rotisserie chicken or grill up some chicken and maybe throw some pasta in some boiling water, and you've got a great dinner. It also can even be a nice vegetarian main course, just a nice light salad with maybe basil and fresh mozzarella cheese and sliced up tomato, like a caprese salad with this, some bread, and it makes a great dinner, great luncheon. So it's really a versatile dish. So we're going to start out with about 4 to 6 zucchini, and we're going to cut them into really thin strips. And the best way to do that is kind of cut one side like this, kind of cut the bottoms off, and then we're just going to start slicing these into really thin strips. That way you've kind of got something to keep that from sliding around on your cutting boards. So about 1/4 inch thick. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this casserole is kind of, if you like an Alfredo sauce, that type of thing, you're going to love this casserole because it's got a little bit of heavy cream. I didn't say it was a healthy casserole, but it is yummy. We're going to do healthy later on in the show. So just, again, lay that zucchini down. It's kind of like we're making a lasagna. And we can use the yellow summer squash, too, in this. And that's kind of nice because it kind of varies things up. So while I'm slicing up my zucchini, a couple things I want to tell you about. Are you reading our book club? I sure hope you are. All right. just going to layer some more of that zucchini yellow squash here, and I'm going to season it up. We are reading a great book. It's called Tomorrow River, and it's by a Wisconsin author who's actually a best-selling author. This is her third book, and I loved her first one, which was called Whistling in the Dark. I didn't get a chance to read her second one, so now she's come out with her third book, and we are meeting October 1st, 5:30 at Reader's Loft, and here's the really exciting part. Leslie Kagan, the author, is going to be there in person. How cool is that? We've tried as much as we can every once in a while to get the author to come to book club, and man, is it neat to actually hear their writing process and really get their thoughts on the characters and the book. So mark your calendar, go get this book. They've got plenty of copies at Reader's Loft, and read along with us and then show up to the book club. It's just a blast. Okay, so I'm going to season up this zucchini. This is layer number 1 with a little bit of kosher salt and pepper. Then I'm going to pour a little bit of heavy cream. We've got 3/4 of a cup total of heavy cream over the top. Some breadcrumbs. These are just seasoned, dried Italian breadcrumbs. This is a real easy casserole. Lots of flavor. Really delicious. And then 2 kinds of cheeses. The recipe calls for 2 cups total of shredded mozzarella that we're going to kind of layer like we would lasagna. Deb just checked on my casserole. How's it look in there?
Looks good.
Looks good? I know, it smells amazing. And then some grated Parmesan cheese. Now we're going to start cutting up some zucchini and repeat those layers. All right. One other thing I got to tell you about, because this is coming up quick, and we're really excited about this. We've been doing these things called Big Night Out, and what they are is basically we'll go to a wonderful local restaurant during the week on a night that they may not be real busy, and they go all out for us. They put a meal together, several different courses of their best, their very best, and they pair it with wines, or beers, whatever, that restaurant happens to specialize in. And this time we're going German. We're going to get all ready for Oktoberfest, and we're going to one of my favorite supper clubs in Appleton. It's called Mark's East Side, and he and the staff there are putting on a meal that I don't think we're ever going to forget. We think we're going to need a wheelchair to get us out of there. Literally, we're starting out with a German feast. We're doing sauerkraut balls, fried sauerkraut balls. We're also, and a German sampler platter to start us off. Then we're moving on to German soup, their liver dumpling soup, spinach salad with their homemade hot bacon dressing, then a huge German meal complete with spätzle and red cabbage and sauerkraut and dumplings, and then for dessert a German chocolate cheesecake, all paired with wines and German beers and a German liqueur. So call today. This is going to be so much fun. It's just always great. Come alone. Come with your girlfriends, bring your special someone, come with your office. It's just a blast. One thing I want to tell you about zucchini, and you probably already know this, but it's really important to wash it really well. Deb had washed that first batch that we cut up. It can get sandy and gritty, and there's nothing worse than when you're, chomping down on something wonderful and fresh from the garden, and you just kind of get that bit of sand. And zucchini can be very sandy, so I always wash it real well and dry it real well. And let me tell you, if you have any good zucchini recipes, please let me know about them. I love zucchini, and like I say, there's a lot of it around right now. So I know this is a little bit boring, but we're just going to continue to slice this up. This kind of reminds me of like a potato gratin, just lots of layers, and that cream is going to tie everything together. Okay. We're almost done. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so again, some more salt and pepper. More of that heavy cream. And then lots more of the cheese. And the last layer, we're ending with the rest of those breadcrumbs. Parmesan cheese, so you have this nice kind of crunch on top with these breadcrumbs. Just yummy. And then the rest of that Parmesan cheese, the grated Parmesan. And we're not done yet. We're going to dot a little bit of butter on the top, and that's just going to brown this and make this so nice. All right. So I've got a couple of tablespoons of butter. Just kind of cut that around. This goes into a preheated 350-degree oven. Takes about 40 to 50 minutes, depending on your oven temperature. And then if it's still not getting that nice and brown on top, go ahead and throw the broiler on for a minute, because you definitely want those breadcrumbs and that cheese to brown up a little bit and get a little bubbly and wonderful. Okay, so let's check on our casserole that we've got in the oven. Yum. Got butterfingers. All right, come with me. Oh. Yep. I think this is a zucchini dish that everyone is going to love. Wow, and it's super hot right now, so it's kind of like lasagna. Wait for it to set up. I want to dive in there right now, I really do, but I just want that to just get a little bit cool so that I can serve it up. This goes fabulous with anything you're going to do on the grill. Great with grilled chicken, or just, as I said, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, just pick up a rotisserie chicken, maybe decorate the top with some fresh basil, and there you go. It's my zucchini casserole, my favorite zucchini casserole. Recipes on our website. You can also pick it up at any Festival Foods.